Good morning, all you junkies. Welcome to Summer Nights.
Busch Gardens, let's ride. Hands up, feel that pride. Sweats, drops, scream all day. Busch Gardens junkies, let's go!
Not sure how much of this I'm gonna get through YouTube because it looks like Busch Gardens is playing a whole bunch of copyrighted music today. Well, so far we're off to a great start. It's already 10:40. We had to wait at Iron Gwazi for 30 minutes because one of the padding came off the seat. So, don't ask. Let's just say it was a 30-minute wait just to get on because of the maintenance crew. They did a great job in getting a new padding back on in 30 minutes. So that I have to say props. But waiting the 30 minutes, no. But then again, unfortunately that was a train that was designated for ADA that day, today. Well, it's designated ADA all the time. Train 1. Well, we started off not so great today. And just to catch you guys up, we ended up last week with using the Hero 7 Silver because our Hero 10 Black decided it didn't want to read or write to the SD card anymore. So, and well, this time we now have a Hero 13 Black. Let's just see how much better quality this one has over the 10. I'm not sure about the updates, about the differences, but thanks to all of you, Google or YouTube just paid us, and it helped to go towards the new camera. Got different modes in it this time, and I actually named the different modes for like a POV and vlogging. And we'll see how that works out, and if I have to make any adjustments. Hopefully I'll just have to make the adjustments when I'm editing. Thank you all for subscribing, and if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell for notifications. We're here for you. We're gonna give you all the updates possible, and hopefully now with the new camera you get better quality videos. For all you past members out there, if you have a hard time trying to get your rewards from the kiosk out front, go to the past member landing. We just tried and scanned our annual pass, and it brought up all our rewards without any problems. Pink chickens are hanging out way back there where it's nice and cool in the water, so we're not going to disturb them. We're gonna go into Sesame Street and ride Air Grover and also get wet because it's 11 o'clock and it's sweltering out today. Bye, Luke. We'll see you when we come back around. So there was about a 30-minute wait for Shikra. The ride attendant only gave us a 15-minute wait, but 15-minute wait is still a 15-minute wait. So we decided to take a little ride on the Sky Ride. Now, I haven't seen any updates with the permits, just that the permit was filed. And they're looking at general contractors, but there's nothing being done right now at this moment. Hopefully soon. Kumba looks like it's just about ready to, well, it should be open by now. Looks like an empty train though.
They're riding inside me on the flyer.
Okay. Yeah, big update, guys. Last week I said they were riding side B when that was actually side A. The one on the right is side A. The one on the left is side B. So last week they were running side A. This week they're running side B. And yeah, I didn't see anybody on that train. Doesn't mean Kumba's closed, it just means that there's either nobody down here yet riding it, or what's going on.
Hi, Lee! That was Lee.
I don't think you heard it. He heard you. Yeah.
That was Lee.
Yeah, that's Lee. I don't see Lou.
Not yet.
Not yet. He could be over there by the drive. Oh, wow. It's a whole bunch of boulders that are moving out there. Oh, mess load of boulders moving back there. Those are also known as white rhinos. The name is derived from wide rhinos because of their wide mouth.
I thought it was because of their wide butt.
No. They might have a wide butt too, but they also have a wide mouth. So wide rhinos turned into white rhinos, even though they're not really white. You got people down here mowing the lawn. Got the elephants over there.
Two stinky ones. Yep, they are running inside B.
Yep. And we'll be able to check out the progress of the lion and hyena ridge from up here, because I'm sure the path is still closed.
Yeah, and you can't go over the wall either.
Yeah, too far away. I see a whole bunch of people with bright shirts on. Well, it looks like they put curbing in. Oh no, okay, I thought that was a curb. Nope, that's just piping. Still no concrete walk. And they still have it blocked off right here. Well, they did put some concrete down here for the viewing area. Oh wow, they are putting some concrete back down. Some areas have concrete, some areas does not.
Do they use a red cement for it to make it red like that? Or
I wonder how those people got back there. Unless they went in for the hippo behind the scenes tour. And speaking of hippos, I see two of them in there. Hi Debbie, hi Kita. Moyo must be doing the behind the scenes tour. cheetah hunt. Looks like it's got at least a 30 to 40 minute wait. At least. Hello, hello. Yeah, that's a long wait for cheetah hunt.
Yeah. No loo.
And no loo. And I didn't see the yellow train yet. As a matter of fact, I haven't heard any trains yet either. And no, I'm not talking about that yellow train. They repainted the yellow Serengeti Express train. And yeah, supposedly it's nice and bright. I'm wondering if those people were back there because of the behind the scenes hippo tour. Or maybe not. Maybe they're getting in trouble. Because they're right over there with a ambassador. So did they sneak beyond the gate when they weren't supposed to? Unfortunately, we won't be sticking around long enough to find out if security picks them up and takes them outside of the park. And 10-minute wait on Serengeti Flyer. Last week we noticed that they were doing some painting on Falcon's Fury, but we didn't see any harnesses, and I'm pretty sure that's what we're waiting on. But who knows? If they're painting it, they might be trying to get it up and running pretty soon. It would be nice if they did, because we really miss that ride.
It was a rush.
It's definitely a nice rush. And when you get to the top, you question your life decisions.
A lot of people say, holy.
Yeah. But it's a very good adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
But then again, why else come to Busch Gardens? I mean, we may be the Busch Gardens junkies, but we're also adrenaline junkies. Right?
Yep.
Adrenaline, adrenaline, adrenaline!
You are nuts.
Oh! Well, I don't know. We may get another flyby. Yeah, I think we're gonna get a flyby. Too soon. Got to time it just right to get a nice flyby right here.
There's the yellow one. There's the yellow train.
All right. Oh. Okay. So they're only doing the short track today. All right then. All right, there you have it, folks. The yellow train.
No train today.
No train today. They're doing the short track today, so. that could be, because there may be doing some more work over here on the bridge. Could be that they're doing more work on the bridge, or they don't want the guests to see what's happening with the bridge. One or the other. But yeah, it's right down here. Actually, it's closer to over there. It's a bridge that goes over to the Congo River Rapids. Last time when we went underneath that bridge, we saw a whole bunch of scaffolding up. Hi, Leah!
Jeez, dear.
It was Leah. She's walking down. Right there.
Leah!
Okay, sit down before you get us in trouble. And one more look over here. Yeah, nothing different, nothing new. And that'll be it from the eye in the sky. Looks like they pretty much fixed up all the holes. Yeah. Can't see much through that hole. All right, well that'll cover our new Project Driftwood, which I expect probably in 2027. It's going to be another water attraction, and we don't know anything about it yet, just that it's going to cost about $16.5 million, and it's going to be 91,400 square feet, which is, somebody actually mapped it out on Google Maps, and that takes up this whole area where the log flume was, all the way up to the fence. No plans have been released yet, so we gotta wait for that to happen before we can actually make any judgments on what it's gonna be, who's gonna make it. I'm thinking mock rides, and I'm really crossing my fingers for a mock rocking boat ride. So let's hope that's what it is. Here we are. The Cuban Cafe has opened up, and we are gonna try it out. I think I heard that the Cuban sandwich is really good, so it smells. Hey, so we're gonna have to do some maneuvering here to get through this queue. Let's take a look what we have on the menu. There's the menu. There we go. Cuban sandwich for $17.99. Platinum member price is $15.29. We got the ropa vieja, lechon asado, and a polo asado, and a pan con leche. Yeah. That all looks good. Black beans and rice, sweet fried plantains. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with, oh, they still have the croquetas. I went ahead and we're trying out the Cuban Cafe, and this is gonna be my first food review presentation for a Cuban sandwich with fried plantains. Honestly, guys, this is top notch here. I really enjoyed the look of it. Now to find out how well it tastes. Thought I might capture some of the orangutans. Looks like Maju, Stella, and Luna over there. They're saying hello to all the people over there. I'm sure Stella is with them. That's one nice thing about eating right here. Used to be the Orang Cafe, but yeah, they keep on changing the names. Now it's the Cuban Cafe, and you get to sit and watch the orangutans. As you can tell, I've eaten a bit of everything. The sandwich was top notch. The fried plantains, delicious. There's nothing more I can say. It is definitely worth the price for, and it's, I have to say one thing. It's probably the best Cuban sandwich I've ever tasted. Well, sorry folks. There's no splash pad here at Wild Oasis. It was running earlier today, but unfortunately we can't get wet. So there's one splash pad out of the two that are working at Sesame Place. Then you got the splash zone by Shikra, and that's it. Congo River Rapids is closed, you can't get wet there. This splash pad is closed, you can't get wet here. And the log flume, well, you know, there's no log flume anymore, so can't get wet there. As you can see, Falcon's Fury is still down. We'll take a closer look in just a minute to find out what's going on with it. Last week, I do know that they were repainting the lower section over here. So, as far as I know, the last time I checked, there were no harnesses, and I don't think I saw any paddings on the seats or anything. So let's see if there's any updates today. Let's go take a look. Looks like they're still painting, but got some, well, got the seats here. Got the seats with the padding on it. But I don't see any harnesses. But it does look like they're doing a whole bunch of painting. See what they got over here. There's some more stuff that they're painting. Just looks like a lot of paint work that's being done at the moment. So hopefully that means that they're getting ready to reopen it soon. We've been waiting way too long for it. So you know how before we had to wait on Iron Gwazi because one of the pads from the seat fell off? Well, there was a couple of mechanics that came out and worked on it. One of the mechanics, I want to thank you both, but the one that I do know was, his name is Nick. and he looks like the Big Show for all you wrestling fans out there. So if you ever see somebody that looks like the Big Show, his name is Nick, and him and his other co-worker helped to fix Iron Gwazi. Thank you guys. All right, Xavier, this one is just for you. We're recording on the yellow train. Unfortunately, because of the scooter, we have to be back here. But at least we're by conductor Jordan. Jordan, give a wave to all the people out there in YouTube land. Now, doesn't this look great? Freshly painted, bright and yellow. And that's about.
We got the signal from our station master.
And the
And we got the two blasts on the whistle from our engineer. We are now ready to depart. As we pull out of the Nairobi station, look over to your right-hand side. Wave goodbye to our hard-working station master. Everyone say goodbye. I know we have a full train. Everyone say goodbye.
Goodbye!
That's a little better. Alrighty, folks, if you look over to the left-hand side of the train, you'll notice a group of the Thompson Gazelles down there on the hills. And if you're looking to the right-hand side of the train, you might have noticed the exhibit for the African penguins. This green and yellow coaster right above our heads and all around us is called the Cheetah Hunt. Cheetah Hunt is a magnetic launch coaster that will launch you 3 consecutive times, taking you from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just mere seconds. It's also the longest coaster in our park with over 4,429 feet of track. Looking over to the left-hand side of the train, just beyond the bushes and bamboo, is the Edge of Africa. It is a 16-acre self-guided tour of some of our other exotic animals that we have here at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay. The Edge of Africa is home to our lions, our meerkats, our spotted hyenas, our crows, our African porcupines, lemurs, and Nile crocodile. Just beyond the crossing up ahead on the right-hand side of the train, you'll notice this big whitish-greenish building known as our Serengeti Overlook restaurant. On the menu at the Serengeti Overlook, they serve chicken tenders as well as flatbread pizza and much, much more. And for those of you that are 21 and up, they have the draft bar where you can enjoy a nice cold beer or a nicely made mixed cocktail and experience a fabulous view up there on the top balcony. And as our train continues to travel through the Egypt side of the park, this next coaster coming up all around us is Cobra's Curse. Cobra's Curse is a one-of-a-kind lift elevator roller coaster that'll take you up face to fang with the 80-foot statue of Venomous, the Snake King. Upon initial drop at the top of the hill, you'll travel around on this track up to a speed of 45 miles per hour, where you'll be treated to a vast series of sudden sweeping turns, transitioning into an intense backward section, placing you into a free spinning finale. As we make our way around the bends, looking over to the right-hand side of the train is another one of our big and thrilling roller coasters here at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay. It is yellow, it is blue, it is the one and only Montu. Montu is named after an Egyptian god of war that is pictured as a man with a falcon's head. The Montu is consistently ranked as one of the top 10 steel-inverted roller coasters in North America. Steel inverted means that the track sits above your head while you're strapped down to your harness seat dangling down below. The Montu will take you up to a max height of 150 feet up into the air at the tallest peak, and upon initial drop at the top of the hill, you'll speed along its coaster track up to 65 miles per hour. And you will go upside down on this coaster through 7 different loops and inversions.
apparently it did not
My
appear
absolute favorite fact
that
about the Montu coaster
Cobra's
here
Curse was
is that
running.
it was finished being built on the exact same year that I was born, which was back in 1996. And even to this very day, it still remains my absolute favorite roller coaster in the whole entire park, right behind the infamous Iron Gwazi.
And it's 30 years old. Just turned 30.
It's just, it's younger than...
Yeah.
And now at this time, folks, our train is now crossing over into our Serengeti Veldt, where our animals free roam out here in the wide open plains during the day. As a friendly reminder, folks, to please remain seated at all times, keeping all body parts inside the train at all times. And please, folks, refrain from changing seats or changing rows, especially while we're in motion. It is for your safety and the safety of others.
Por favor, manténganse sentados.
Looking over to the left-hand side of the train, you'll notice those tall-looking animals with the very long necks and the russet spotted patterns, the reticulated giraffes. The males can reach up to at least 19 feet tall in length, where the females can reach up to at least 18 feet in length. And as you can imagine with giraffes, they pretty much have to do everything standing up, whether that's eating, drinking, or sleeping. The female giraffes also have to give birth while standing up as well. One way to tell the male giraffes from the female giraffes is the color shaded of their spots. Males usually have the darker brown rusted spots, where the females have the lighter brown rusted spots. We are currently traveling through the southern portion of our Serengeti Veldt. Some other animals you might see out there include our Grevy's zebras, our eland antelope, our addax antelope, our impalas, and a few of our red-necked ostriches. And now at this time, folks, our train is now crossing over from the southern portion of our Serengeti Veldt. We are now traveling through the northern portion of our Serengeti Veldt. And as we continue to travel along, looking over to the left-hand side of the train under the shade of those large trees, some of our largest animals that we have on the North Veldt, the white rhinos. White rhinos are labeled as the third largest land mammals in the world. They can weigh somewhere between 4,000 to 6,000 pounds. Despite their massive size and massive weight, they're also known for being fast runners out there in the wild. They can sprint up to a speed of 35 to 40 miles per hour. And the horns on their head can grow to at least 2 to 3 feet long in length, sometimes even longer. A long time ago, back in the 1990s, we actually had a rhino that roamed this very veldt, and he had a horn on its head that was measured at a length of 5 feet long, and he was considered the dominant alpha male of the rhino herd during his time. As we go across the trestle, looking over to the left-hand side of the train, way off into the distance, you'll notice some more zebras out there. Those are the Grant zebras. The Grant zebras are labeled as some of the smallest of the zebra species, and they are labeled as the most popular and most photographed of any kind of zebra species out there in the wild as well. So if you happen to see one in a TV show or a magazine or somebody's social media post, most likely it could have been a Grant species of zebra. An interesting fact about zebras in general, their stripes, they're just like our fingerprints. No two zebras are identically the same. Each individual zebra has its own distinct pattern of stripes. From a distance, they all look very similar and identical, but if you look at zebras very closely, you can tell that their stripe patterns are all unique and different in their own styles and unique ways.
Right there.
As we are turning the curve, if you look over to the right-hand side of the train, you'll notice some familiar-looking tannish-looking animals with the black and white racing stripes on their underbellies. They also have pointy horns on their heads. They look very identical to the Thompson gazelles back in Nairobi. These here are the Grant gazelles. The difference between the two gazelle species is that the Grant gazelles here are slightly larger in size compared to their Thompson cousins, and they're also slightly faster runners as well. The average running speed for a gazelle is somewhere between 45 to 55 miles per hour. They are fast creatures. You'll also notice some brownish looking creatures with the white underbellies. They also have the long pointy curved horns on their heads. Those are sable antelope. An interesting fact about sable antelope, they are a female-led and female-dominated species. 80% of them are female, 20% of them are male. The main difference to tell between the two is that the males have a dark brown coat. They are slightly larger in size. The females are slightly smaller. They have a light brown coat. Another fact that's interesting about the sable antelope is that the females, just like the males, have horns on their heads. Usually when it comes to antelopes or gazelle species, usually it's only the males that have horns. But that's not the case with the sable species. The females, just like the males, have horns. If you look on the right-hand side of the train up on the hill, you'll notice one of our large exotic birds near the fence. That is one of our red-necked ostriches. One ostrich egg can weigh up to at least 3 to 4 pounds, which is equivalent to 24 chicken eggs. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a whole lot of yolk. There's also the greater kudu on the left-hand side of the train as we enter the tunnel up ahead.
But our eyesight is
Now the dark tunnels. During Hollow Scream, you make all kind of scary noises. Sometimes when it's not, you make animal noises. This time we're going through quiet. Don't you think Conductor Jordan's doing a great job? Give a thumbs up if you like his job.
Our train is now officially crossed over into the northeast portion of the Serengeti Belt. There you see on the left-hand side of the train some more of our white rhinos. There's also some more of our Grant zebras that I mentioned earlier. There's also one of our zookeepers working behind the scenes, just checking on the animals occasionally. Looking over to the left-hand side of the train is our beautiful and colorful city of Pantopia, home to this blue roller coaster, Phoenix Rising. It is our one and only family-friendly steel-inverted roller coaster modeled very similarly after Montu, except it doesn't have any loops or inversions. This coaster doesn't go upside down. It'll take you up to a max height of 80 feet up into the air at the tallest peak, and upon initial drop at the top of the hill, you'll speed along its coaster track up to 46 miles per hour. And there you see on the right-hand side of the train those colorful-looking gondolas going backwards and forwards, up and down, past each other on those long
I guess
cables.
Lou finally came into work.
Home to our Sky Ride, one of our oldest attractions that we have in the whole entire park, along with our very own train here on the Serengeti Express.
All the
Our train
employees
is
are
now officially
obligated to
crossed
wave.
over into the Congo Jungala section of our park. And there you see our Congo train station on the left-hand side. We are not stopping at this station. It is closed and out of service for today. We are only bypassing this station, so everyone please remain seated. We are continuing on our way to Stanleyville.
Por favor, manténganse sentados.
Looking over to the right-hand side of the train, you'll notice this big green and red coaster. known as the Kumba. Kumba comes from an African dialect which means roar, and roared indeed does. They call it the Kumba because of the loud roaring sound that it produces as it travels and speeds along its hollowed coaster track beams, almost imitating the roaring sound of a predator. The Kumba will take you up to a max height of 143 feet up into the air at the tallest peak, and upon initial drop at the top of the hill, you'll speed along its coaster track up to 60 miles per hour. And you will go upside down on this coaster through 7 different loops and inversions, similar to Montu.
Still have the scaffolding up on that bridge. And
looking further up ahead on the left-hand side of the train, you'll notice a bunch of tall, colorful-looking structures. This here is home to our Wild Oasis. It is a little splash zone play area.
You can't see the cave from here.
Climbing course.
But the
and then right behind it, if you're ever feeling hungry on this side of the park, our one and only Chick-fil-A that's open Monday through Saturday. And then if you look to the right-hand side of the train, this animal exhibit is home to our bongo antelope. There's at least 3 of them preserved back here in Jungala. And if you happen to be walking through this side of the park, you can also visit the Bengal tigers, the orangutans, and our anteater exhibits as well.
Way in the back there. There, 1, 2, 3 of them way back there.
Our train is now officially crossed over into the Stanleyville section of our park. Looking over to the left-hand side of the train is the backside of the Zambia Smokehouse. On the menu of the smokehouse, they serve barbecue chicken, barbecue ribs, and beef brisket. Stanleyville is also home to our Shikra coaster, our Tigress coaster, the Sesame Street Safari of Fun, the Walkabout Way, home to our kangaroos, koalas, and wallaby, the bird gardens, the Stanleyville Theater, and the loading station for the Sky Ride. And now at this time, folks, our train is slowly pulling into our Stanleyville station. We ask that you please
not much back here
until
you got the street
full
and then you got the buildings.
And I give you the word to all clear to disembark from the train. At this time, folks, please remain seated.
So we only went from Nairobi to Stanleyville because, well, yeah. We got enough.
Get wet.
We needed to get wet. It was hot, and it's a very hot day, so we hopped off at Stanleyville and got wet at the splash zone. And so far, it's been a pretty good day. Right now, the longest wait so far was for Phoenix Rising, which was 35 minutes. So while we waited, we decided we would go ahead and take a ride on the train and get back to the Serengeti Flyer. And we've been summoned. How you doing, Kayla?
Good, how are you?
Hey, you got a whole bunch of people here with you.
A little bit.
So, not that bad of a day.
No. It's busy, but
A little bit busy, yeah. How many field trip people do you think? About 8,000?
I honestly, there's a lot. I have no idea.
I don't know. We saw about 6 or 7 buses. So,
It's a busy field trip day.
yeah. This is Kayla. If you ever want a VIP tour or an animal ambassador tour, come see her. She can line you up with one of the best tour guides. She can even probably do it herself, right? Depending on what the tour is.
Depending on what it is, yes.
And you see, there's all kinds of tours that they have here. The roller coaster insider tour, that's excellent. We did the okay, which one did we do? I think we did the hippo encounter. We did the tortoise encounter. We did a cheetah insider. Oh no, it was a hippo insider. Yeah. Animal ambassador insider. And we also did the Serengeti tour too, which I don't see that. Oh, it's way over here, where you get to feed the giraffes. That is very cool. And we still have a free one each. We spent one on the dolphin encounter over there at SeaWorld, but we still have one more free giraffe tour. I see one of the girls out. Ah, there we go.
There he is, Mr. Bubblicious himself.
Yep.
Tank, I think, is back there talking to BB. I think BB's in her booth.
Yeah, that looks like Tank right here.
Tank is close, Bubba's in the back.
Bubba is back there further away. Oh, Tank's going in. We already took the train ride, so we're not going to take the train ride again. And yeah, it's summer nights, guys. Yeah, I heard that they're going to be doing some repair work on some of these habitats over here. Let's see if we can see Carl and Ellie. Does Carl and Ellie have a new baby?
Not 100% sure just yet.
Not sure yet, okay. Oh, and there's Groot. Hello, Groot. Yeah. Yes. Carl and Ellie are the birds over there, and Groot is the crocodile, I think. And now we're gonna go see some of our tuxedo birds, which are not in the water. Come on, guys, come out in the water. Here we come. And jump in. There we go. Hi. You guys aren't going to join them? Here's your ride closure update for today. And I heard that, but I'm hoping that was not thunder. Hopefully that was somebody throwing something in a dumpster. But so far for today, we have Cobra's Curse, Falcon's Fury, and the Congo River Rapids. Yeah, I think that was that bucket, I hope. I'm gonna check the radar now to see if there is any lightning in the area, but
Yeah, I love that.
I still hear more of it back there. Okay, but yeah, so we have only 3 rides closed today. We rode on Iron Gwazi. We got a time for cheetah hunt, which is only a 30-minute wait. Sounds like they're just kids or somebody banging back there, I hope. Well, why would they be back there banging? Because Cobra's Curse is down.
That's a bucket. Making that noise.
So, yeah, only 3 rides down. Not a bad day. We had a lot of kids here, school groups. When we came in, there was 6 or 7 bus loads, which didn't seem to be a problem until about now, where we're hitting ride times of 30-35 minutes. And also I'm sorry, I did not forget. As you can see, Cobra's Curse is down, so I can't get any Q audio for you. I'm sorry, but I didn't forget. I was gonna get some Q audio for you, but yeah, unfortunately, Cobra's Curse is down. Looks like it's been down all day because I haven't seen that elevator lift move. So maybe next time we'll get you some Q audio. Good news. Train 1, train 2. Station 1, station 2. Both stations running today. We just got off of Montu, and that basically covers all the rides during the day. And nice thing about riding Montu, you get to see the parking lot and everything else. Preferred parking looked like it was maybe half full, would you say? Yeah. General parking also only about half full. I did though count 10 buses out there in the parking lot. And then when we were coming in on the brake run on Montu, there were what, 3 or 4 buses picking up kids. And also while we were going up the lift hill, we saw one of the buses leaving. I can just imagine how many buses were here. Probably 15 to 20 buses filled with kids. It's a good thing that they're now starting to all leave the park, which means the rest of the evening should be pretty easy to get on all these rides. Now, I'm not sure exactly what we're doing. We mainly wanted to stay late so we can get night rides in. And we saw the drone show last year, but we may come back at another time and stay late for the drone show. But tonight, I think we're just gonna go ahead and get some night rides in. So we'll let you know how that goes. Now, I gotta be very careful with what I record because it sounds like they're starting playing the copyrighted music again. But there you have it. Montu is open. And yes, I am talking louder than the music, hopefully so YouTube doesn't catch it. Yeah, Montu is open, guys. After about a week and a half of being closed. And we're gonna walk around the edge of Africa. And I gotta talk louder than the music again. Either that or cut this portion out. While I enjoy the music that they're currently playing, gotta keep down the volume on that, guys. Not seeing any unusual birds around here. Just the regular birds and seagulls. You know, check out the meerkats and check out the progress of the lion and hyena ridge while we're here. Oh, well, I guess we missed the meerkats.
They went to bed?
Yeah, they are inside for the night. Alrighty. Well, okay, so we missed our meerkats, but we get to take a sneak peek over here at the lion and hyena ridge. They've been doing some work digging, that's for sure. Alrighty. Oh, wow. Looks like they're all done working for the day. This is going to be very, very interesting because supposedly, well, I don't think there's going to be a 360-degree walk around because I'm not sure you're going to be able to walk through here. And that might be blocked off over there. But from here, all the way over to basically where you see those blue sheds over there and that trailer, I think you can walk all the way up to there. I think that's going to be the extent of how far you can go. Not sure. It's just, let's just say a lot of work has been done. Looks like they redid the sidewalk over there. So they could be redoing the sidewalk all over the place. And then they'll put in some landscaping, make it look all nice and neat and clean. Put up a border fence so that way guests don't go way out there. They're probably going to continue this theme here with this fence right here that they got, which would make sense. But you'll be able to walk all the way up there, check out the antelope and the giraffes and the zebras. And I don't see Wilma, but Wilma is one of the ostriches over here. I think she is a giraffe. I think we got some pretty good work coming along here. And that's going to be quite a bit of shade there. Oh yeah. Definitely looking good. Sounds like a beach party. I don't think I can do too much to block the music out, but they're having fun. A good old beach party. Cowabunga. Okay, so we have a double awe for you guys. We found some baby duckies and pink chickens all together. That's cute. Maggie's not going to turn around and look at the camera. She's too busy watching the little baby duckies.
Yeah.
So, we had a great time today. It wasn't that busy, but darn, it was hot. Man, we said that in unison. So you got that in stereo. It was hot. A very hot day.
Very.
We are actually on our way to Sesame Street to the splash pad. Hopefully it's still open because we need to get wet again. And yeah, I don't know what we're actually, I think we're gonna plan on just riding rides in the dark, but we're gonna go get some dinner first, also get wet and cool down. But I think we're gonna go ahead and ride the rides tonight. They're gonna close Iron Gwazi and Shikra early, so we won't get a night ride on any of those because they'll close those at, well, if the drone show, and okay, well, I'll go ahead and focus on them while I talk to you guys. The drone show starts at 9, and they are going to be closing Iron Gwazi as early as possibly 8 o'clock. And boy, is that a lot of babies.
8. She has 8 of them. Look how cute they are. They're so cute.
Besides that, not too much to give you an update about. Cobra's Curse was down. Congo River Rapids was down. But the Congo River Rapids is getting annual maintenance. And Falcon's Fury, so far I still don't see any harnesses. And well, yeah, so without harnesses, I do notice that they did some paint work. They're redoing some work. They got this cushions back on the seats. And I think that'll be covering it for today for the video. We're going to continue on riding rides as late as we can. But for you guys, I think this will be it until we see you in the park.
They're so cute.
Let's try that again. Okay. Until the next time, we'll see you at the parks. So it looks like there's a train stuck on mid-course break, and they're evacuating the people off. And I can definitely tell you that is exciting being up there.
While enjoying your ride on Montu, we ask that you adhere to the following rules designed for your safety. This ride is not recommended for elderly guests, expectant mothers, and guests with heart, neck, or back problems or other physical limitations. Please keep your head against the headrest and keep your hands, arms, and legs down at all times. All riders must be wearing shirt and shoes. Busch Gardens assumes no responsibility for lost or damaged articles. We strongly suggest that you leave all loose articles and valuables with non-riders. Thank you, and enjoy your ride on Montu.
So they are getting escorted, and they'll be coming down those stairs. They're probably all grouping down at the bottom of the stairs, and then they'll come this way, and then they'll come up here, and they'll come out through the exit.
Hello.